I was thinking I have to speak Belarusian, but then turned out it's English, so even better, I guess. Victor Shevchuk, I'm from Minnesota. Originally, I'm from Gomel, Belarus. I've been in the US for since 2000. I came when I was 20 years old by myself. My parents stayed there. But I want to first talk about my why. Why am I here? Why am I in the US? Why am I Belarusian? And I'll go just a little bit back in the history, not from my parents, but from my ancestors. And basically, on my father's side, his dad was from Ukraine, and he died during World War II, fighting for his country. So that's probably where I have my kind of patriotism from, to kind of keep the country, but that's also where I have my stubbornness from, being partially Ukraine. My grandma, on the father's side, came from Russia. She was a very religious person. They were all believers, and they were pushed back from Russia and organized a small village in Gomel region. And I remember when I was small, I was baptized in an older believers church, and my parents didn't know about it, so they baptized me again in a regular church. So I'm a very religious person this way, but I don't go to church. And on my mother's side, I have a Polish roots, so my ancestors came from Poland, and they have Lithuanian roots. And somehow they all met in Belarus, and that's how I was born. That's basically, I was moving before even I was born. So that's probably in my DNA, and that's why when the opportunity came, my friend went to US on a work exchange program, came back and was sitting next to me in my college for the whole year, was telling me the stories how we're gonna go together and we're gonna stay, and it's the best country in the world. And he didn't get a visa. He forged some documents to the embassy, and unfortunately he was banned to go to US permanently. So I went by myself, and that's how I got here. In 2000, I went to college. I finished my education, and that's where I started my first business. I had accounting degree, so I opened my CPA, I'd say, tax preparation company, but then I followed the route of accounting and started working for the corporate, and I had fun with it. I was working for international medical device company called Coloplast, based in Denmark, and I traveled Canada, I traveled Denmark, I traveled US, and at some point it was not enough for me, and I realized that when I went to my boss and I asked her, hey, I was making $50,000 a year, I was doing good, so I said, hey, what are my chances to make $90,000 a year? There was a lot of money for them back then. And she said, oh, you have to become a manager, and to become a manager, that means I will lose my job, so you're never gonna make $90,000. So I said, all right. So, and then I had a friend who opened a liquor store year before that, and I helped him with accounting, kind of analyzed his financials. And a year later, when he got into the business, he said, hey, you want to open the liquor store? I said, I wish I could, but it takes a lot of money. That time, $600,000 was like crazy much money to me. I said, he was my angel investor back then. He said, hey, I'll borrow you $100,000. You get the loan for the rest from the SBA. What's SBA? And that's Small Business Administration. And you can go and ask for the money, and they give money left and right at that time because at that time, SBA was guaranteeing 90% to any bank if they give a loan. So basically, you come to the bank, you give them 10% down payment, and SBA was guaranteeing the rest of it, so there was no brainer for the bank to loan you the money, any amount. So, and my good friend gave me the Angels loan, 100K, and I paid him 100K back on top of it, so it was 100% a loan in a year. It was a very good terms, I'd say, yeah, from a good friend. So, but like years later, I was thanking him, say, hey, if you didn't give it to me, I probably had no chance of starting. So, and that's basically, I'm telling you why I'm telling you this, because I'm telling you just if you have a vision, you want to do something, U.S. is a opportunity country. You can get a loan, you can get financing, and you can just open any business you want and basically keep doing it. And I can tell you more details about my business, but if someone is interested, you can reach out to me later on. I say I made a big mistake because I just wanted to be in a business, so I took the opportunity, the first opportunity I saw, but it wasn't my passion at that time. So I do like liquor, don't take me wrong, but not as a business. So, but later on, I basically found, because it's so much opportunity inside of the business, so I just found some parts inside of the business that interested me. So I kind of working on it, and yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I have 3 liquor store. I am not as big business as the previous speakers. I'm a small business based on a government category. You have, for the liquor store, you have to be under $10 million in sales to be a small business. So as of right now, I'm still a small business. Maybe next time I'll be a big business. But yeah, that's basically my speech, and hopefully I'll inspire someone to take a first step, not to be afraid, because you're only afraid until the minute that you take the first step, and once you take the first step, it's just a process then after that. So just do it, basically, and yeah, you have all the resources here in the US for that. All right.
Thank you, Victor, for your